they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
On first down, it's Gibson. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brought down by Von Bell.
Working with a 2nd and 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second down and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
It's 4th down.
Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far.
Washington.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 8.
2nd and 8. Now Jackson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Jackson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. The reception good for 7. It's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And this is incomplete. Steven Sims, the intended receiver, and it's third down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike, check, 59. Got you. I got you. Mike's 59. Check. 59 Mike, check.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep down. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
He's back to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Antonio Gandy-Golden that time. And it'll bring up third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down.
Fourth down.
Haskins not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for this. Fourth down, here's Haskins. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington has retaken the lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jackson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Throwing now is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Thorne. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
Bringing up 3rd.
As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
49-yard line.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. You need to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they give up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
Haskins down to a knee, and his guys about to come away victorious.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
So it's Washington getting the victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Washington, it's a second win on the year now as they move to 2-8. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon.